Hello friends, welcome to Easy Electronics. This is Miss Kirtana Shikkar. So we are discussing about the semiconductor diodes where we have seen a P and N type of semiconductors, then how the PN junction diode is formed and its working. We have seen its VI characteristics also, and in the last lecture we have discussed about Zener diode, working principle, breakdown mechanism and characteristics. Today we are going to discuss about the light emitting diode, and about the photodiode, optocoupler and solar cell we will discuss in the next lecture. So let us start with the working principle of LED. This is the symbol of LED. As you can see here, the symbol of LED is very much similar to that of the PN junction diode. Here only difference is these arrows. In case of LED, these arrows must be outwards. Okay, as it is the light emitting diode. Okay, so that's why the arrows are outwards, and the symbol rest of the symbol is very much similar to that of the PN junction diode. This is the positive terminal anode and this is the negative terminal cathode. Now this is the construction of LED, and this is the physical LED which we can easily see in the market or in the labs. Okay, so again there are P type and N type two section. This is anode terminal and this is the cathode terminal. So let us see the construction. It is a light emitting semiconductor device with a single PN junction intended to convert electric energy into light energy. So that we will discuss how the electric energy is converted into light energy in case of LED. That is the operation, actual operation of LED. So it is fabricated using gallium phosphide, gallium arsenide and silicon carbide. Depending on the material used in LED, the color of light may vary. Means, as you can see, there are various colors LED available in the market. There are red color LEDs, blue, white, yellow, green, and multicolored also. So the color which is emitted by the light is completely dependent on the material which you are using for constructing the LED. So here I have given the example. For emitting the red light, gallium arsenide and gallium phosphide materials are used, and for emitting yellow light, silicon carbide material is used. Similarly, if we have to emit green light, then some other kind of material we have to use. Okay, here I am given only two colors, but for emitting different lights, we have to use different materials during the construction of LED. So they are available in the round tops as well as square tops with different sizes in millimeters. So this was all about the LED construction. Now let us see the operating principle. Now what happens when the LED is forward biased? Remember that LED works in the forward bias mode only. In reverse bias, no current flows through it. So when it is forward biased, what happens? The electrons which are in the conduction band and which are having higher energy, they moves or jumps towards the valence band. And as we know that in the valence band, the energy of electrons is lower as compared to that of the electrons in the conduction band. So while they are jumping from conduction band to valence band, the rest of the energy which is not required in valence band, this energy is converted in terms of light. Okay, so in this way the light emission is done in LED. Now in case of LED only, this energy is converted into light, but in case of other diode, this energy is converted into heat. Okay, so in an ordinary, if an ordinary diode is forward bias, free electrons cross the junction and fall into holes, as we have seen in the earlier discussion of working of PN junction diode. Now as these electrons fall from higher energy level to lower energy level, they are falling from higher energy to lower energy, they radiate energy. This energy gets radiated. Okay, and this radiated energy is in the form of heat for ordinary diodes, but for LED this energy gets converted into light. So it was the simple operating principle of LED. Now symbol of LED I have already shown it to you. This is the simple symbol. You just have to remember that the arrows must be in the outward direction. Now let us see the specification parameters. Current rating and power in milliwatt, size in millimeter. So milli is nothing but 10 to the power minus 3. So its appearance is round capped or square shaped. Color, so colors, we know that it depends on the material that we are using, and uh, that color itself or the light is emitted in that color, so its wavelength is in nanometer. Nano means 10 to the power minus 3. Luminous intensity in millicandela. Candela is the unit of intensity and milli 10 to the power minus 3. So typical voltage drop from 1.5 to 2.5 volts. Current between 10 and 50 milliampere. Power rating 30 to 40 watt. And current limiting resistor of 220 ohm to 330 ohm is connected in series with LED for avoiding the damage of LEDs. So for selection of any LED for particular application, the driving voltage and current flowing through it are to be calculated. So this is all about the specification parameters of LED. Now the IV characteristics for LED, as you can see it in the diagram, it is very much similar to that of the p-n junction diode. Okay, as you can see, and as it is forward bias, it must appear in the first column, that is voltage is positive as well as the current is positive. The current is in milliampere. Now as you can see, as we are growing or we are increasing the voltage in steps, the current is increasing, or current is negligible we can say, but after a particular voltage the current increase is drastic. There is a drastic change in current, drastic increase in current we can say. So this voltage in case of LED, it is called as the turn on voltage. Okay, so turn on voltage is between 2.5 to 3 volt in case of LED, and the series resistance can be estimated from this graph by taking any one point. You can simply take the voltage and current, and I equals to, we know that from the Ohm's law, I equals to V upon R. So by taking the value of V and sorry, we have to calculate R here now. So R equals to V upon I. So by taking the value of voltage and current only, you can calculate the resistance of LED. So in the reverse bias mode, there is no current through LED as I have discussed. So this is all about the IV characteristics for LED. Now the applications, we know that in practical life we can see LEDs anywhere. They are used in decorations, calculators, displays, digital watches, panel indicators, as well as traffic signals. Then display indicators in bank and railways also, running lights. So there are numerous applications of LEDs in today's life. So that's why LED is very important. So this was all about LEDs. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss about the photodiode. So please, if you like the video, like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you so much.